Hi, welcome to No Cap No Filter. I'm your host Molly G. Back at you another episode of Running With You. And today we're gonna run about this clip I came across. It's this young lady been seeing this clip go a little viral or whatnot, and she's talking about the signs that she missed on spotting that her boyfriend at the time was down low. I haven't watched this video. We're gonna go ahead on and react to it together. Let's see what she's talking about.
I'm gonna put y'all on game because it's officially been a year since I found out my boyfriend was DL, and these are the signs I ignored when I should have been, should have been new. One, if he's a fashion nigga with rhinestones, crop tops, all that different type of shit. No, baby. If you like Playboy Cardi, Thug. Okay, these are the main artists who he was listening to. That shit new. Playboy Cardi, Young Thug. I love Young Thug, but he was listening to Young Thug and Carson, Lil Uzi Vert. That was his type of playlist. I don't know if that's a sign. I don't know because I think Lil Uzi. I love to think Lil Uzi is DL. I love to think Thug is Lil. I low key think Cardi's gay too. Number two, he was always trying to eat my ass. All the time, he would always bring it up. Like all the time, he would always be like, "Bro, like just let me do it, please, just let me do it." Why? Why? Like at first, it was like, "Oh, like he likes me, like he wants to do that with me." Like that's very intimate. That's very deep. Like that's very like, "Oh my gosh, like you really gotta like someone to do that with them." But no, it just got to a point like he would just say, I used to think like, "Oh, okay, he's joking." Like, okay, because I've done that before. Like, I'll give a story time on that later. I never thought too much of it, but when he did it, and then he just kept trying to like, when we was doing it, he was trying to put his like in my, and I was just like, no, that shit, hell no. I will give y'all a story time on that later because that's a whole nother story. But sign number three is that before he met me, people would tell me like, "Girl, he's a hoe. Like he's a hoe. He never locks in with no girl. He's very much a hoe. This and that, third." And I'd be like, "Okay, well, he asked me to be his girlfriend, so like, he's not no hoe. Like he just hasn't met the right one." No, baby, I was a cover up story. I was just a cover up because he found out people was like saying like giving rumors like, oh, he was like DL and stuff like that. No,
It's not called a cover up. It's called a beard. Wait. Nah, I think when a woman is gay and she mess with a man, the man is the beard. But when a man is gay and he mess with a woman, what's that called? Put that in the comment section below. It's probably a beard. I don't know. I might be getting confused, but yeah, the always wanting to do like stuff with the ass when it comes to sex. I don't know. I'm one of the people. I think that you could get a little kinky and want to do that. I think on certain occasions when you're just real sloppy drunk, real freaked out, cool. But I personally think that the ass ain't really meant for sexual activity. I don't think it's meant for that, you know. Uh I ain't never did no Kevin Gates type of shit. Now, as far as like smashing, I done did that a few times, but they ain't nothing I really just care for. Now, if a man just only want that from you, that's kind of crazy. You know. Now, sometimes it can be a dominant thing, you know, because if a man get the pussy ass and the mouth from you in New Orleans, we call that getting a Pam. It's kind of like a dominant thing. Like, damn, I got all your hoes. I own you. I feel like I dominated you. You know, it's like a ego thing. But if he just constantly want to do that, don't even care about the pussy and all that, that's kind of red flag. You know, I think, you know, if you're a female and you mess with a man, and then all the artists, Ken Carson, Lil Uzi, Young Thug, Playboy Cardi, I mean, the most zestiest rappers you can find. You know, like when I was coming up, our rappers was T.I., goddamn Jeezy, Dipset, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys. Now, when I was coming up, you know, they had Lil Wayne and he was kissing baby and all that. But other than that, it wasn't really zest going around like the zest going around right now. Like nowadays, it's just so much zest. You know, even with the streamers of Playboy Cardi, like if you're gonna just be that, just come out and be that. But for you confusing your fans, bro. You confusing your fans, you know. And I really think right now it's hit an all-time high. And that's the main way for these guys to go viral. That's the main way for these guys to get talked about. But I do think if a man just constantly listen to these dudes and that's the only type of rappers they listen to, I think it's a red flag too. Now, as far as him being a hoe and getting around, and that go to show you, but these females do not care how many girls you've been with, especially if you've been with some fine quality ones. You know, they don't really care. They don't really look at that the same way men look at that.
Oh, he found out he was giving rumors. That was the only reason he cuffed me, so he could like put those rumors down. Only reason. What's another thing I would say? Um, go through your man's Twitter. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That sounds really crazy, but go through your man's Twitter to see what type of stuff he's watching. Okay, some dudes don't even really be into watching that type of stuff if they have a girlfriend. But just go look at his Twitter because this is what he was watching before you. So see what type of stuff he's really watching. Don't go through no messages. Don't go through his Instagram. Go through his Twitter and his Safari search. That's what he's really into. I'm sorry, that's the truth. Another thing that he did that was a little like weird to me. Oh, he had a whole highlight of Young Thug. Oh my gosh, y'all, he had a whole highlight of Young Thug on his account. I just thought like, okay, cool. Like I love Young Thug. Like I love Young Thug. I remember when there used to be phases where you would post your favorite celebrity, you would post your favorite artist and stuff like that. It used to be a trend. I used to have a whole highlight of A Boogie in 2020, but that was 2020. It's 2026, 2025. Why do you have a highlight of a whole man? Do you don't have a highlight of me? Don't even have a highlight of yourself. You have a whole highlight of another man. There's signs that I ignore. Maybe I'm just a bird. Maybe I'm just a dummy. But at the same time, I thought he was in love with me. I thought I had the best one in the market. He and my like best friends. Like we talk about this. He's like my like gay bestie. He's still like a little like he don't really like he don't mind when I talk about him on my page because we're friends. Like I would never talk about someone who wouldn't want to be talked about on my account unless they like did me wrong or something like that. But like we're really like cool. Like we talk about it and stuff like that. So I really mess with him now. Like he's really like a cool guy. He's like, oh, and on Christmas, not Christmas, on Halloween, he dressed up as a Young Thug, right? He dressed up as Young Thug. But no, not like Young Thug. Like okay, on some like rock star shit, he dressed up as Young Thug with the dress on. That was his costume. And I thought that was my last straw until everybody in the comments on his post was hyping it up. Like, oh, he's cool, he's cool. So I'm like, okay, that's not gay. Like everybody in the comments, nobody's saying like no weird stuff. Everybody in the comments saying like he's a cool guy. Like he know how to put that shit on. He's different. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, but nah, Dolly, nah, Dolly. These are signs you have to like look out for. Like you can't just look at a red flag and just be like, okay, that's cool. Like you really gotta look at these red flags as
Okay. Um, the first thing she was saying was the fashion niggas. Now, a nigga could be in a fashion. You know, nothing wrong with being in a fashion. If you got style, you got style. You know how to put that shit on, you not put that shit on. But it's a difference between liking that shit, being passionate about it, then you know that's your whole personality, like to the point where you will want to be a stylist. And when it comes to the fashion industry, a lot of stylists just so happen to be gay, you know, and a lot of straight men don't mind gay stylists. You know, they just look at that as, you know, no different than working with a woman. You know, they just know about fashion, they know about style, they know how to get your measurements and all that. They just know about all that type of stuff. So it is a pipeline to that, you know. So that is something that you could recognize some type of pattern with, you know. And it's just to help out all the women that's, you know, probably come across my channel or whatnot. And this can be some things for y'all men, if y'all straight, but y'all got quote unquote zesty little tendencies, y'all could just stop doing certain things, like the Young Thug highlight, going out for Halloween as Young Thug in the dress Young Thug. Like you couldn't have wore nothing else that man wore. You had to wear that, but that always been weird to me in itself. You know, like I got partners who they be doing some weird stuff, you know, like I ain't gonna say close partners, but like associates, like they constantly be posting their favorite rappers. Like I got one partner, he be always posting Kevin Gates. This dude posts Kevin Gates more than himself and more than his son. Like I'd be like, God damn. And all Kevin Gates likes and all this and all that, and then highlighting them and putting them in your highlight thing, like that's just too much fandom for me. You know, that's crossing the lines of weird to me. You know, like me, I could give a fuck about a celebrity and I ain't got to go to no concerts or nothing. You know, I don't even follow a celebrity, you know, but other than that, that is a red flag, you know. What else? She said the fashion thing, she said the highlight thing. Um, what else she said? Damn, I forgot what she said. Let me back it up a little bit. What did she say? I can't stand when females be doing their little story time and always messing with their hair. And I guess when they be doing their little hair or makeup, well, I guess they killing two birds with one stone, but still, it's always this.
What's hyping it up? Like, oh, he's cool. So I'm like, okay, that's not getting dress on. That was his costume. As young thug. But no. That so I really mess with him now. Like, he's really like a cool guy. Nothing wrong or something like that. But like, we're really like cool. Like, we talk about it. You don't mind when I talk about him on my page because me and him are like best friends. Like, we talk about this the bird, maybe it's a dummy. But at the same time, I thought he was in love with me. You even have a highlight of yourself. You have a whole highlight of another man.
Mm.
There's signs that I ignore. Maybe I'm just a bird.
Well, I guess that's all she was talking about. But yeah, man, and it'd be crazy because a lot of these women, they get in relationships with these dudes, they find out that, and then after that they become besties. You know, a lot of women, they got like a male best friend that's, you know, gay or whatnot. And I guess it makes sense that if you were in a relationship with somebody, you could still be friends with your ex that's now, you know, came out the closet, you know. But yeah, man, some women, they don't mind that zesty type of behavior, or, you know, that type of style you go for or whatnot. Some women don't mind that, you know, because it's gonna always be a woman that just look past that and just like the dude, you know, especially if he got money. Like Playboy Cardi, he ain't gonna have no problems getting another female. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy how he was messing with Geo, whatever her name is, and she was believed to be a stud. So it was like a real crazy, funny relationship that they had, you know. But yeah, oh yeah, that's now I don't remember what she was saying. She was saying how she went through his Twitter searches. I do believe, especially on certain different websites, you could really see what the person into. Like certain people, they got a Instagram, and then they got an Instagram spam page. They spam page is what they really about. Then certain people got a Twitter. A lot of times when it comes to meeting someone, they probably give you their Instagram. They probably even give you their Facebook, but they ain't gonna give you their Twitter. Their Twitter is just strictly for them, you know. They don't want to give nobody they dating their Twitter. They don't want to give their co-workers their Twitter. Their Twitter is where they really put their thoughts and the actual, you know, mindset or whatever on display, you know. And their searches, they repost, they likes, and that's one thing Twitter used to show people likes. So whatever in those things, you could kind of get a feel for what somebody all about. But I don't know what y'all think down in the comment section. Have y'all ever been accused of this in a relationship? Have y'all ever dealt with this and then came out the closet eventually? Or if you're a female, have you ever dealt with a man that was, you know, struggling with this and eventually he had to come out and tell you the truth? Let me know down in the comment section. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, what you're waiting on. Until next time, I'm out.